1 p.m. Eastern time. And it's for you guys, for small business owners, underdogs, especially the ones that need help, want help and need advice. So where you come on in, ask your questions, what you need help with, share a little bit about yourself, and we're able to answer as well. We're going to talk about a couple of new products that we're going to be introducing very soon as well. Some new initiatives. We had an engineering team call this morning as well. So a lot of new exciting stuff coming up. But let's go around and start introducing people. And so Jen, I think you're first on my screen. Why don't you go ahead and turn your camera on and tell us a little bit about yourself? I think your audio isn't connected though. Okay, so Jen's still trying to connect. Let's go over to Edgar. Hey, Edgar, how are you? Edgar, can you hear us? All right, he's having some audio issues. Let's see whose audio is connected. Oh, Mohammed. Mohammed, hey, how are you? Mohammed is leave. All right, we're gonna give everyone a minute to connect because everyone's having issues with their audio.
So you can't hear me, or can you hear me? This is
Oh
good.
yeah. Hey Glenn, how
Okay,
are you?
good. It's like I'm the only one connected today.
I know. It's like I've never seen so many people not be able to connect their audio. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for people who don't know who you are, go ahead and introduce yourself. What do you do, and why you're awesome, as well as what is some area of help we can provide.
Okay, so my name is Glenn Daniels. I publish and manage a small e-magazine. Excuse me. And also, believe it or not, between coughs, I do some public speaking workshops and the like.
That's
Um,
funny.
just got finished with the snowstorm here in Denver, Colorado, which is where I'm at. And why I'm awesome, because I know to sit in here when I can. Get as much information as I can. But today, actually, I just I don't really have a whole lot of things that you can work with me over the phone, but I understand you have some new products you'll be talking about coming out, so I thought I'd listen in.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a quick call this morning with our AI team, data science team, and we were like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff in the platform already that we need to be able to like kind of stitch together because you can do it kind of individually, but as with, most governments, there are a lot of agencies in the government, but they often never talk to each other, especially on the intelligence side. So we got a lot of intelligence here. So we'll talk about that as well. And then Edgar, I think, are you still having issues with your audio? It looks like you haven't connected yet. Let me know in the chat if you're having issues. And then for anyone else who's tuning in as well, listening to us live on the Facebook group, try to join back in. And if you still have issues, DM us, and we can try to help you out as well on the back end. But yeah, so Glenn, we talked about this morning. Let me pull up the notes here actually. Okay, yeah. So essentially we realize is that, we have so much intelligence baked into a platform, and a lot of our customers don't know what they don't know, right? And we take it for granted. So for example, like when you upload an image, you can automatically crop it. You can have it cropped if you wanted to into whatever the size is, the 4:5, the 5:4, the 1:1. Glenn, looks like, yeah, there we go. So that's a piece of intelligence that is already baked in. But if you're already, for example, if you've already chosen Instagram as a destination, or you already know that you're going to be posting on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, chances are, the 4:5, which I believe is the vertical version, is good enough for all of them. So every time you upload an image for that purpose of that post, it can automatically crop it, and you don't have to click crop, choose the version, and then have it crop and then upload it. So they're like points of friction that we can reduce. For example, I don't know if you know this or remember, when you upload an image, you can also when you upload an image, if it has any words in it, you can also have it transcribed automatically.
Yeah.
So we were like, hey, you've uploaded 2 or 3 images, and we've detected that automatically from a URL, which is an article, and here's a transcription ready to go. Would you like to add it to your post? Couple of other things that we said. So we're definitely exploring GPT, Chat GPT, and GPT-3 as well. So you probably are familiar with Jasper. They built their whole business on Chat or GPT-3 and 2, not Chat GPT. And the idea behind that is we always were against using that as a sole means of content creation, because you probably know this already, but Google came out with this terms and condition a while ago, or I guess a warning. You see this where it says Google says
Yes, sir.
AI
Yes.
generated content is against
Yeah.
guidelines. Content generated automatically using AI writing tools is against Google's webmaster guidelines, says search advocate John Mueller, which is interesting because, and this article came out when exactly? Last year, and just a few months ago, actually.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, that hits it right on the head. And because we were saying for a very long time that we will produce an autocomplete technology, which as you start typing in HelloWoofy, it completes the sentences with you and you can tab your way through, or you could just ignore it. And we were like, okay, how do we merge the two with obviously the trend that we predicted 3 years ago? So what we're gonna do essentially, Glenn, is hey Edgar, good to see you. What we're essentially going to do is combine the two. So for example, here we go. Where is this it? Let me see if I can find the notes we took this morning. Here we go. Got it. So what we're gonna do essentially is have kind of like a skin over the GPT. So let's say we share here. Okay, so we're gonna have, let's say, the main GPT technology on the bottom, which is going to help us create content and blah blah blah. But we will never post it 100% as it comes out of the black box, if you will, the black box, because we don't know exactly how it works. So if if it spits out, let's say A, B, and C, what we're saying is that fine, all the other platforms are gonna let you obviously post it as is because they want to kind of live off that need to generate content and get out the door without having any brain power whatsoever. But we know that it's a bad idea. If it's too easy, so easy that even a brainless person can do it, something's wrong. So in this case, what we want to do is say, okay, ABC was recommended by GPT-3 technology, but based on our technology, we want to recommend, let's say, and I'll just change the color here. Let's say we want to recommend an emoji here because that's what A is talking about. We want to add an emoji here. And you know what? Because this is about, let's say, something very positive, we're going to add a hashtag that we recommend at the end. Do you, and they'll call it D. Do you do you agree? And you could be like, you know what? No, I don't like this. I'm going to, drop down and see other recommendations of other hashtags that our technology is already recommending. Or if you want to double click on the emoji, is going to give you another recommendation of the emoji as well. We might give you 3 emoji recommendations based on the context. And until you make any of those changes, we will not let any of this content go out the door because again, we want to protect you. We don't want to make you get in trouble. So all of that technology that
That's
we're talking
brilliant.
about, yeah, all this technology we're talking about is already there. It's just a matter of kind of stitching it together, and that'll be the layer on top of GPT that'll sit on there and make sure that you don't get in trouble, and then it'll go out to the world.
Yeah, one of your competitors is doing that right now, except for they do not do YouTube. But I like that idea, and I use that because, well, number one, I think people who just copy GPT, just copy whatever open chat or
Yeah.
chat open says, they're not going to rank well.
They're
But
not going to
Google,
rank well. Google's going to hate you for that. Obviously, they're building a lot of technology right now to detect this. This is like they caught them off guard. But the other issue is plagiarism. We're still
yeah,
seeing reports come in that plagiarism is kind of a little bit on the higher side. Um, it is original content in some cases, but in most cases it's kind of regurgitating old content, which is fine. It's just a matter of data sets and what's going into the technology. So
yeah. Rewrite
and also
everything.
one thing I forgot. Yeah, and one thing I forgot to mention is that we how the similarity score engine tells you when some content's too similar. Eventually, that engine we intend on turning it to a filter, almost an added layer of protection to say, hey, your admin said this word is not allowed, this word is not allowed, but every word that is similar to these words will also not be allowed. So if it detects that, whether from GPT in general or anything that's about to go out, it'll prevent it from going out as well before it actually hits all the
Yeah,
social media platforms around the world.
that
So
does bring up just one question about that, where it shows percentage of like. And
yeah.
I think it says if something's a certain percentage, then don't repost it for 30 days or suggest it.
It just tells you that it's that similar. It's whatever the percentage is, it's that similar to something else you post in the last 30 days. It doesn't mean you shouldn't post it, but it just means that, like, for example, this post here, I posted this I think a few hours ago, and it's obviously 100% similar to all the places because I just posted it. But if I go into the let's say if I go ahead and make some changes in here, let's say we're going to say underdogs instead of this post here. Let's go ahead and make these changes live. Underdogs, join our weekly free, let's instead of free, we'll do networking call at 1 p.m. Eastern. Small business owners to ask your pressing questions, simply log in to your HelloWoofy account, and let's add a plus there. And let's say because I'm trying to stay under 280 for Twitter. Let's say SMBs, and that'll be a hashtag there. So now if I go ahead and save it, post is process, and voila. Great. Now I'm going to refresh it, and it should go down below 100%. Let's go. There we go. So it's 92%. I got to work on 2% more to get it out the door for Twitter, but the other platforms are good to go. So the similarity engine is kind of for that purpose.
Yeah, that gives
right now. Yeah, right now. Okay. Yeah, and you can also just double click here and switch it out. Like it could be like small SMB. Oops, where'd it go? People are coming in, but they can't connect their audios. It's like a Zoom day or something, or non-Zoom day. It's like I feel like I'm on a radio show and people are just coming in and out. There we go. And so there we go. So it's 89% now because I switched on content. Excuse me. Yes. What did I say before? Underdogs to SMBs. So now it's 89%. I'm good to go.
Good to go.
So that engine is where what I'm talking about is the green part. It's going to get it more advanced. We're working on that technology. So quite a few components happening on the back end. And then image generation as well. We're going to essentially be saying, hey, based on this URL, actually let's type it. This URL, because you know how when you enter your URL right now, it gives you quotes, and then you can also use it for the purpose of summarizing your content. So Joyce, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm hearing myself, which I do like sometimes. Let's see if I go here over here. So if I go in here, let's say we're adding content, and guys, feel free to jump in if you have any questions or thoughts around this stuff. Here, so if you throw an article in here, it gives you quotes, as you can see here, and gives you a bunch of quotes that you can use. And then if you click on summarize, another area of improvement we're going to be making very soon is like if you're entering a paragraph or URL, blah blah blah, we already know that there's an URL in the caption field, so we won't have to make you do it twice, and then it'll give you a summary of that whole article, or we usually recommend 5 paragraphs at a time. And so there's a summary right there, and then we can throw it in here. So what we're saying is that, okay, do you want to create like a small card with that summary in it with a link in the caption, but it'll be an image with a quote in it, and you can choose like a generic background, or DALL-E through GPT can give you that background as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And that we're getting that image creation thing right now ourselves, so that makes a lot of sense. Glad that'll help a lot.
Yeah, kind of like this. Like I'm just kind of spitting this out right now. But let's say we want to copy this, paste it, and we put it in here. So let's say I usually have done this live, but why not? Feel like I'm on a cooking show. So yeah, okay. So let's say we want to use this as a quote. Idea is like we're going to obviously automate this. Karen, we're hearing you. I'm going to mute you as well. Say hi to whoever you're talking to. They're welcome to join the call. And so we're going to like kind of throw that in there in the middle, and there'll be like an image in the background that'll be blurred out automatically, and it'll kind of help you do that at scale is the goal. So if you because in this case, actually, if you click the orange dot, I don't know if you guys know this. This is really dandy, or handy dandy, not dandy. Click on the orange dot, and it already knows the link is there, so it already pulls it in the image. And then, so this is the point I was saying is like now you have to crop it because I wanted to go to Facebook. So 5 to 4. Hi, fire truck guys. This is New York City. A fire truck going by, saving lives. And confirm, and then you can upload it. So that part I'm saying, like if I already chose Instagram, it should just automate that, is what we're saying. So there are a lot of pieces here and there that we want to like stitch together. We want all the intelligence agencies to talk to each other.
Okay.
Glenn's totally blown away. All right, let's keep going because I can nerd out about this all day. Let's keep going. So who else is here? I hope everyone's audio is connected. We've had like people coming in and out, all right, so Joyce, I think you're on my screen next. Who are you? Why are you awesome? And what's an area we can help you with? Please unmute yourself though. I may have muted you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, or we can hear you. Go for it.
Hi, how are you? I'm Joyce. I'm from Princeton, New Jersey.
Go Princeton, hometown.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
grew up in Princeton. Palmer Square is my favorite area. My mom and I used to go to the bakery there all the time, literally on the left of Palmer Square, across the hotel.
Yeah, Princeton's awesome. I love it. Well, I'm a digital marketer now. I used to be like a 9 to 5 freelance web developer. So I'm trying to get into this space where I'm selling affiliate marketing products.
Okay.
And I confess I haven't really used HelloWoofy that much. So I have some, I guess, pretty introductory foundational questions.
Sure.
Like
Fire away.
what's the size limit of video uploads?
So it depends on the platform. The lowest limit that any platform has is 15 megabytes for Twitter. And we're working on auto compression right now, but the other platforms, we've increased the ability to upload like 50, 100, 150 megabyte videos as a while ago. So you should be able to get a good video up and running. We usually, I mean, our 1 minute videos tend to be like 42 to 50 megabytes, and they automatically post to Instagram business reels and semi-automated TikToks, fully automated YouTube shorts, semi-automated to Facebook reels, my personal profile. So yeah, that's there. I recommend creating shorter content. Take a big video, put it on YouTube, and then have someone slice it into smaller components, and then get that out the door over a course of a few days in a week.
And is there a way to upload one video for all platforms?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So
okay.
yeah, so let's go back here. So let's get out of this post. So let's see, paintball podcast. Here, this was a reel right here. So we're with one of our customers, and this is obviously it's a video, but it's kind of on a loop. But if I wanted to schedule this right now, two things. So one is the bottom icon will edit the main post, the master post. And if you click on the triangle, it'll create a copy of the master post. But you can make changes to either version. The only difference is that this version, which is a copy again, will the changes you make here will only stick with the version that you are pushing out. The original version will look exactly the same. So it kind of gives you a template to work with. So instead of podcasting, maybe you want to say, small business marketing, let's say, interviews instead. So we want to do that podcast time with, so that we'll do maybe this with our customer. Is it snowing? Wow, it's snowing here. Which other podcast should we be on, right? So we'll make some changes there. So my point is then you can literally schedule everywhere. So now I believe this was a 5 megabyte video, so I should be able to post it to Twitter. I can post it to my feed, my personal through semi-automation, automatically post to the page, the group, the profile on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn page, Instagram as well. Actually, this is 16:9, so this one automatically posts there. So I'm going to choose my story reminder here, and then same thing here. And let's see, what else can I do? I'm going to do my Alexa app as well, Alexa speaker skill. So then if I post, the point is you essentially have done exactly that. Actually, I'm going to post it to my YouTube as well, channel there. So my personal YouTube channel. And it's a short. Yes, it's a short. And no, it's not made for kids. Schedule now. Post. Okay, post now. All right, cool. So if I hit post, it'll go everywhere now. So that's the beauty of that.
So why am I getting like I haven't actually been able to post successfully because it keeps saying if there's a conflict or you've already posted similar content?
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. It's and in some cases you should be able to override that unless you're choosing Twitter. So or you're posting the exact same thing like 3 times a week. That's something we don't recommend either. But I don't know if you were on the call when I was making the changes here, but this was 100% similar. I just posted this morning. But then I made some changes here. I made some changes here, I believe, and whatnot. So I brought it down to 89%. So now I can repurpose and recycle this. So you just want to, once you post it once, you want to make some fine changes here and there to, stay below, because most platforms don't like the same thing being used again and again. Some people are fine, some platforms are fine, but Twitter is definitely not okay with it. That's the most strict.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do a separate call on this, and we can go over the best practices. I highly recommend for anyone who's has questions, go to the need a pause section on your home screen and just schedule a call. We'll like a real human brain that is breathing will get on a call with you and
Great.
walk you through. Yeah,
That's
we're
great.
always here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and go Princeton. I mean, heck, when I visit my dad, I'll literally just take you out for coffee. I'll show you. All right, let's move over to who else is here? Wayne, welcome to the call. Please unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about today's. The theme is red. You're the third person with a red background. No, Karen also has a red background. Everyone,
My name is
go
William Richards.
Republicans. Sorry, Wayne, go ahead. I'm just
I
joking.
grew up in New York City. I went to school. I'm going to school in New York City. I graduated in May from New York Theological Seminary.
Nice.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. Besides ministry, counseling, I go to the prisons and speak. I do all kinds of things. So I was introduced to HelloWoofy by, I can't remember who it was, and I've tried it out, and I have a whole bunch of moving pieces to what I do. And so I was trying to integrate my messaging so I don't have to not only post as frequently as I need to and go days without putting content up, but I would like to pull my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I have 2 different websites. And my issue that I'm having right now is I upgraded from the base service to I have something else here, and I don't know how to pull the YouTube part of it in.
So it's not. Okay, so let me clarify. Are you meaning to pull your videos as like actual downloads and then upload them into HelloWoofy, or do you want to pull the URL and then like post the URL to all your channels?
Well, that and like for the shorts, be able to post the shorts directly to YouTube. And for some reason.
So all right. So let's talk about that. Right now we are working with the Google team to get a verification done. We're a developer, we built an app, they have to verify it. So right now when you do integrate with YouTube, it's going to give you a warning saying, hey, this app is not verified. Just click advance and click on proceed anyways, or whatever it says to do anyways. So, but it's as simple as this. Click on that account on the right, click on add account to this calendar. And then you just have to make sure that when you click on add YouTube, which is available at the agencies and enterprises, memberships, which I'm assuming you have. Once you click on it, it's going to ask you for your Google account. So make sure that your YouTube channel is associated with the right Google account. And then it's going to give you a list of channels associated with that Google account. Now that's okay, so then you have to make sure that it's turned on. So here, you see how it says the toggles on the right are turned on. Ignore that it says reconnect. That's the part that we're working with them right now, but it will actually post. So make sure the toggles are on. Then you go to home. Actually, let's go to library, and we're gonna post. Let's say we want to post which video. Let's find. Oh, here, this is a good video. Taking risks despite conventional wisdom, true innovation comes from that. All right, so we're gonna click on the triangle, which is right here, to create a one-time post. And then when it comes to posting to the YouTube channel, you got to make sure that you have a title. So in this case, I have a title here because I already posted this to our channel before, but you got to make sure that there's a title here. YouTube is one of those platforms that requires it. So does Google Web Stories. So does Google My Business Offer. Not normal Google My Business, Google My Business Offer, or YouTube. So just make sure that title's there. And then on the bottom, you're going to pick the channel, not the name of the Google account, but the channel. So in this case, this is my personal channel. This is the HelloWoofy channel. And then when you do that, it's going to open up these options here before. So you see how like if I unchoose these options right now, and guys, the reason why YouTube Shorts are really important is because they are literally designed to compete against TikToks. So you see how there's nothing here right now, it just says post now, schedule now. As soon as I choose the channel, let's say my personal channel, it's going to ask you, okay, audience for YouTube, what is it? It's just going to ask you if there's kids or not. Is it a video short? And you're going to say yes. Now you might be wondering whether the hell does that actually appear? Well, when you go to your channel on YouTube. So this is our HelloWoofy channel. There's a whole section here that's called shorts in addition to general videos. So it's like it's getting its own love. So that's why it's important. You have to choose yes, otherwise it's just going to upload it as a normal video. And then just post it or schedule it in the future if you want to, like next week if you wanted to. And you're good to go.
I have one question. Like I'm looking at
Yeah.
my other screen and it says Google hasn't verified this app. How do I get past that?
Yeah, that's the part I'm saying. On the bottom left, it should say advanced, I believe. It should be like little tiny letters. Click on that and continue anyways. That's the part that we're working with Google right now to get verified. And we will. It's just a matter of navigating a very complex company. Which is
Right.
going to probably be easier now that hopefully it's going to be easier, with some of the developments we're working on right now.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, but you should be good. You should see the list there on the bottom.
I hit advance and it says continue only if you understood the risk, and then it says hello, go to HelloWoofy.
Yeah, so it's saying you're going to app.hellowoofy.com, and that's the risk part. But that's actually the whole platform. That's the URL to the platform. Our platform. Cool. And so you should see it under your settings account.
I do. It's there. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's I don't know. I get excited when customers get excited. There you go. YouTube Shorts, dude, is really, really important. And like we've done this before. We talked about this before. Let me see if this is the screen here about repurposing and creating content. Where to go? Here we go. Yeah. So we always talk about this. If you're taking a post, like you make that 5-minute post or whatever, right? Have it sliced up into smaller posts. And for your TikTok, for your Instagram Reels, for your YouTube Shorts, for your Facebook Reels, they're all the same versions. They're 16:9 or 9:16, whatever is the vertical version. And they can all be posted at the same time through our platform. That's the beauty, because you know that only 5% or 10% of your audience will see it. So then why not diversify yourself and get it across all the platforms? Because eventually that's the goal that we're looking to do is with this platform is build a scheduler that actually posts to all the channels. And that's why we have this screen usually up in our calls, because that's where you guys are investing in. Cool. All right, let's move over to Karen. Karen, welcome to the call. How can we help you today?
Hi, yes, think it's my second time on the call, and I still have not successfully used HelloWoofy. So
no, guys, this is a workout. Like in addition to your gym, because I know everyone's working out at their gym, you got to do HelloWoofy.
Exactly.
Actually, do HelloWoofy on the treadmill. I dare you.
So,
please take safety measures.
So I work in the area of name, image, and likeness law. And literally there's a new article every day about a student athlete that's gotten a new NIL deal. So I wanted to know if you could just walk me through the process. Like when I get the link of a story, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Like, what do I do next on HelloWoofy?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't see the link here yet, but I was gonna say you might have an RSS feed, maybe ingesting sports content and sports news and whatnot. Have you thought about that?
Don't know how to do them.
Okay, so let's talk about two things and remind me if I don't. And hooray, this is going to be live and recorded, so if I do forget, it's going to be on me. But let's go and share this screen right now. Desktop 1. All right, so this is the article, right?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like he's feeling a little warm. He's trying to open up his shirt. All right, so we're gonna go to here into this platform, create single post. We're gonna throw the article in here, and we're gonna get some quotes from it. Okay, so let's say that's a quote right there. We're gonna make it one line. Actually, we don't need that part. So I'm gonna do this because I concatenated it a little bit. All right, so that's that.
Now, how did you get that quote like right there?
Right here. So this section on the bottom, and we do have to work on making it a little bit more obvious. So that's not you. So you see how there are quotes down here that are coming up from the article. Some articles have more, but some have less.
Oh, so you have to click the arrow on the right to go through the different quotes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why we like talking to customers. They say the obvious that is not obvious to us. Here's some hashtags here as well. They're coming from the article. So you can see how it says URL related. Now, if you, it seems like you're in a niche, like Wayne is also in a niche. You know, you may not always get recommendations for hashtags. Save your hashtags into playlists. So like I'm just making this up, like inspirational success quote or I love entrepreneurs. Like I tend to use these or may want to use these again and again, right? And then over here, you see how well, where the emoji was there for a second for the purposes. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. It's messing up the recommendations. Let's say we want to use the football emoji, and then we want to use because it was a football player, right? Yeah, football.
Yeah.
And then let's see if it detects the image. Image. There you go. I found the image from the article, so we're gonna pull that in. Now I'm assuming you might want to put it on your Instagram, so we're gonna make it 5:4 crop. This is the part I was talking about in the beginning of the call. Is like we could automate some of the stuff if you know the intent is to post it to your Instagram. So I'm gonna post it to not my dog's Instagram, but my Instagram. And what else can we do? What else cool stuff can we do? We can throw in another emoji here, maybe, and like this one here. So that's that. Maybe you want to summarize it too. So let's throw this article in here. Although I think the quote is fine, but I have no idea what's going to come through in terms of the summary. Something will find a good one, or maybe not. How long of an article is this?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a very, very long article. Oh, oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna skip the summary portion right now. And then so yeah, you have that post ready to go. Hey, how good is Rashad as a player? My thoughts on this epic sports player, if you will. There. In the news. So you see it was also auto-completing at the same time, and then we're good to go. And then just get out the door. So you got your media cropped, you got your quote, you got your some caption here. So this is what I was also saying in the beginning is like depending on what the quote is, what the hashtags are, what the article's about, when we introduce ChatGPT and GPT-3 as well, it'll start giving you caption recommendations, and it might take this image as well, throw that as a like a background with a quote on top of it, things like that. So we're working on those things right now as well.
Okay.
Oh, and then of course, once you post it, just save it to your library so you can use it again if you want to. This seems like a time sensitive article, but then you can just choose which category you want to post it in. Because a lot of our customers, what they always ask is, hey, I posted something really, really cool. I don't know where it is. Well, the point is, the reason is because you posted as a single post, you didn't save it to your category, to the library. So we give you that option to do it, last minute as well.
Okay. And you mentioned the RSS feed.
Yes, so I'm going to say this is a draft, and there we go. So if you guys want to know where the drafts are, they're always on the right, or in the library drafts are under draft section here. RSS feed. So click on import, click on RSS, and then you can throw that RSS in here. So let's say, let's go ahead and find some RSS RSS feed for sports. So let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up. Top 100 sports. Actually, that was an ESPN one, so maybe there'll be an ESPN RSS feed too. So, and this is for anyone whoever's looking for content. Like automatically, you can bring it content in. All right, so let's say we want to recognize any of these, Karen?
Let's pick. You're going so fast. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can you scroll up?
Scroll up. Let's see.
Let's do SB Nation. I think.
SB Nation. This one. Okay, cool.
Right there. Yeah.
So that's the URL there. So you just have to copy it. All right, then you come back to HelloWoofy, and you throw that in here. Get rid of that space in the beginning. All right, then you choose your category. So let's say we want a category called sports. I might not have a category called sports, but let's say Google Stories. And then select the interval like every 24 hours. Now, this is not my content. It's obviously not your content either. So I would send it to pending so I can review it so it doesn't clog my library with content that I'm ready to schedule. And then, of course, if you want images coming in, I'll grab images and then save. That's it.
Okay. All right. And
So when you
so
see those pending content, you can see there's like 2,000 posts in here that I can go through. I can either add it to the library or I can reject it, in which case it goes to the next one.
all right. So when I want to use it, like let's say
You want to add it to the library. You want to add it to the library, then use it from there.
okay, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's move over to who's last but not least. Edgar, how are you? How are your dogs? Edgar, you're on mute.
There we go. I just unmuted. There you go. How you guys doing?
Hey, how are you? How's the business going?
It's going good. Everything's going great.
Very cool.
We're still growing and having the growth pain.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But that's
we had our biggest month. We had our biggest month in the history of HelloWoofy in like 3 years in December.
December.
Yeah, we were so fast. Jack and I were like, "Holy smokes! Like we gotta get more people in."
December is good for us into the 25th, and then the last week kind of dripped down a little bit because everybody already had their presents, right? But everything's going great. We still in this. Well, still with the social media being one of my big headaches, and
number one thing I hear about from small business owners all the time.
Yeah, but like we talked in the past, I looking forward to planning every day, having get to it to start doing video. And now that I'm listening,
just get those selfie videos and you know put your dogs in there. Like Joyce has her cat in her video right now. Hey cat, I'm a dog person, but I do accept cats. But Edgar, get your dogs in there, get your family in there. Your vibe is so like build a family business with a hustle and grind at the same time. Like a lot of people look up to that. Like, how do you do that? Like that could be your content. And of course, the underlying pinnings are to sell your bandanas, dog bandanas and things like that.
That's the idea that I have. It's create a channel motivating others to do what we're doing. And I just haven't got myself to do the first video. It's I don't know how to break that ice.
Just gotta do it. You just gotta get up one day and say you're gonna do it and don't look back, kind of a thing.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be here. I missed these meetings, and I just I've been listening to everything you guys have been talking and learning new things that you're showing there. So I appreciate it.
No, of course. That's why we're here. So what are some tips you've got in terms of that has been working with you, whether it's on the small business side or Karen, I'm gonna mute you in a second. What are some tips that you can share with the other owners here on the call?
Well,
it doesn't have to be social media, but just in general, like share some love that has worked for you.
Well, personally, and this is one of the things that I want to talk about on the channel. One of the first videos that I want to do when I finally do it is how to plan to start a business, or if you're in the business already, how to invest your money, how to grow it. Because we know each other for what, a year and a half almost now. I made a bunch of mistakes during that time, investing maybe in equipment or ideas or inventory that didn't do what I expected. So in the process, what I learned is I've been calculating how can I invest something and make sure I get my money back. So if you already have a clientele or have a business, how much you need to pay this equipment back, how much you need to pay this inventory back, and make your numbers clear based on the sales that you have and how you can improve it. So now what we do every time we invest money in equipment or something, it's okay, we don't want to sell a new product. We want to pay this with the product we're selling, adding something to the product. For example, we do embroider now. So we don't care to sell embroider. We care to sell more products with embroider. So if we can be clear in that number, when we're going to pay it, and then every time we put the money down, we don't lose. So 6 months later, money's back. It's more open. It's more detailed than that.
You're focusing on every penny that's going out the door rather than just hoping that it works and
exactly
and going in too many directions.
Exactly. So planning ahead, how that is going to affect the main product. No trying to bring things from nowhere that maybe not too related, even though you think it's related, because for me it hasn't worked. Like I have a bunch of money that I did that and didn't work.
Sure. No, I totally get it. I was gonna say ChatGPT could probably help a little bit as well. Let me share my screen and see what fun stuff we can do here right now. So let's say give us tips, and obviously these are not tips representing HelloWoofy. This is totally for demo purposes. Please consult your own financial advisor, but give us tips on starting a business and focusing on, you said operations, right?
Yeah.
Operations. So let's see what we can do here.
Oh, that's the new AI that start typing for you.
Well, it's ChatGPT specifically, but we're going to be introducing this into our platform as soon as we can. But we're going to be introducing the underlying technology, which is GPT-3 technology. So that's what we've been talking about in the beginning. But yeah, develop a clear business plan. Business can be exciting. Blah blah blah. And this is really funny because but yeah, once this is done, you can copy it and paste it into Journal or into the platform, but we'll never let it go out as is. That's what we were saying in the beginning. I was telling Glenn as well, is that we will recommend specific phrases to change, specific emojis to add, specific words and hashtags and all that stuff before it goes out the door. Because we want to be not like every other company that's just letting you spit out plagiarism or robotic content, because obviously Google doesn't like that at all either. And there we go. That's interesting. It's very fascinating to see how that's coming out. But yeah, and then you can probably this might become the basis of your first video, and obviously make changes to it with your experience, because that's something that you can replace, is a business owner's experience.
Yeah.
Karen, you have a hand up? Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I was trying to go through the RSS feeds.
Yeah.
So I did Google RSS for trademarks, and like a list came up, but I'm trying to do NIL, or name, image, and likeness. Is it possible that that doesn't exist yet because it's new?
Did you say name,
yes,
image?
Name, image, and likeness. I'm looking for the RSS feed for that.
Is that a publication?
No, so it's like a new area of law. So you know how professional sports players can get endorsements and deals. So now that's available for college students. So that's been like the new thing for the past year and a half.
So name,
image, likeness.
Oh, here, NCAA.
Yep.
Well, I gotta search RSS feeds, because RSS feeds are specific. It's a structure that our technology is going through to ingest it. It's a language that most publications follow.
Okay.
I gotta.
So like I said, it is new. So if I do have websites that I know that use
they just
it,
have to have an XML format RSS feed. It's called XML.
so how would I find that on the website?
Well, here, NCAA RSS feeds. Most publications will have it. You just got to add one of these into it. See how this, this is a very long list. Holy moly. Yeah, so it's a very long list for the NCAA. But yeah, you see how it says .xml, that basically means it's in a format. This is what it looks like. And our technology will go in and grab the images and quotes and all that stuff.
All right. So if I had another website, it's sorry, I don't mean to take up all your time.
No, and by the way, two things we can do for you, because this isn't the first and last time. If you need technical help with the platform, always click need a pod, but those calls are like 15 to maybe 30 minutes, depends on how long you want. But then we can also do a consulting call, in which case we do everything I'm doing right now, but just with you. And then the whiteboard we make and drawings and all that stuff, we'll send it to you as a PDF attachment. So that's also right there on the top. Just click on consulting.
Okay, I'll definitely do both. But I just put in the chat the website I wanted to get the RSS feed for.
On3.com. Well, let's see if it has an RSS feed.
/NIL.
Yeah, On3 RSS. Let's see. Why is there a
Yep.
question mark? I've never seen that before. Oh, someone asked actually has a question. I guess they don't have it.
Okay.
Someone asked a question, which is funny. You should probably reach out to them as it's ranking. They don't have an RSS feed, looks like.
Okay.
So that's a bummer.
Thank you.
But those articles, you can throw them in here, when it like if you take like this article, was it this one? Oh, this is a very long article. You take that and you put in import. You can also create multiple versions of it by throwing it up here as so it'll create multiple copies. You grab the image, it'll grab the image for you as well. Paste that in there. Create images and blah blah blah. And there we go. Select. Select image, and there we go. And then you can add, hashtags and whatever you need down there.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Thank you very
All
much.
right, we'll call it there. Any other questions, guys, we can help you with, or anything else you want to comment before we end the call? All right. Well, virtual hugs to all the human beings and pets on the call, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Love you.